It started on a night like any other. A cool breeze whispering through the trees, a blanket of darkness draped over the town. You were at home, cosy in your bed, just beginning to drift into that peaceful state between wakefulness and sleep. Then the sound of rain began. At first it was comforting, a gentle pitter-patter on the roof, the rhythmic tapping against your window. But as the minutes passed, you noticed something odd. The sound didn't change. It didn't grow softer or louder, no gusts of wind to alter its pattern. It was consistent, too consistent. You opened your eyes, staring up at the ceiling, listening. The more you focused, the more unsettling it became. It was almost as if the sound was being played on a loop, an endless cycle that made your skin crawl. The familiar comfort of rain was gone, replaced by a growing sense of dread. You tried to shake it off, telling yourself it was just your imagination, but deep down you knew something wasn't right. You got up, moving towards the window, and cautiously pulled back the curtain. What you saw outside stopped your heart cold. The street was dry, no puddles, no raindrops hitting the pavement, nothing. But the sound of rain continued, louder now, echoing through the night. Panic welled up inside you as you backed away from the window, your breath quickening. The rain that wasn't rain had followed you. At the end of your driveway, a dark figure stood under the streetlight, motionless. It was drenched from head to toe, water pouring off it in streams, pooling at its feet. But the rain wasn't falling. It was as if the water was coming from the figure itself, endlessly seeping out of its body. You wanted to scream, to run, but you couldn't move. The figure slowly turned its head towards you, revealing a face, if you could call it that, void of features, just a smooth, dripping surface. It began to move, taking slow, deliberate steps towards you. The sound of rain intensified, each step bringing it closer, louder, more deafening. You stumbled back into the house, slamming the door shut, locking it, barricading yourself inside. But the sound was inescapable. It was inside your home now, reverberating off the walls. You rushed to turn on every light, but the moment you did, they flickered and died, plunging you into darkness. The only thing left was the sound, the relentless, maddening sound of rain. You pressed your hands over your ears, but it didn't help. It was inside your head, echoing through your very being. The rain stopped. The silence was more terrifying than the sound had ever been. You looked up, but before you could fully process what was happening, the figure reached out with a dripping hand, its touch icy cold, freezing you in place. As the darkness closed in, you realized the truth. It wasn't the sound of rain, it was the sound of something far worse, something that had been searching for you, and now it had found you. If this story made your heart pound, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you've ever experienced something unexplainable, share it in the comments below. You might not be the only one who's heard the sound of rain when there was none.